Hello and welcome back to Cream Puff Plays Modern Skyblock 2. I am, like, super addicted, guys. I cannot explain. There is just something about this... There is something about this mod pack. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just super in the mood for this kind of thing. But, put you away just so I can pick up all these drops. Honestly, it's all I feel like playing at the moment. The good thing about being into modded and being into a skyblock, generally when I start getting into modded Minecraft, regular vanilla survival, would you stop it with your nonsense? It's wearing a golem head. I want your head. Give me your head. Generally, it's a sure sign that I'm not so into vanilla at the moment, and that's pretty true at this point, which is why you're going to see an influx of Skyblock videos. This is episode 8, which is crazy. I've just had heaps of time recently to be able to record. And I got some more sugar. That is excellent news. Wonderful news. Oh, that's a new witch's hat. I will put you in here. And a beryl sword, and I'll get rid of you. Hello, Beryl! I've got your sword, Beryl! Yeah, so for some reason I've just had heaps of time to be able to record. And you know what? These episodes are relatively not that time consuming, which is good. I haven't done any building. I know I said I was going to do some. The thing is, though, you see, the thing is, I need to back all of these, my copper, my nether brick. I need that because I need some more food. Definitely this ember crystal. And the casings. So that's, yeah, bronze casing. Yeah, so definitely... what was I saying? I've totally forgotten now. Yes, I haven't done any building, which I know I said I was going to, but that is because I've been looking into this Embers mod. Or Ember. No, it is called Embers. Now, this is very, very cool, this mod, and it's what we're going to play with today. The reason it's so cool, I still haven't even fixed this up. Literally, I've done nothing since the end of the last episode. Because I spent last night looking up this mod. The good thing about this is it's very much an early mod pack that we can base our production around. Because, and let me take a sip of this delicious coffee. So delightful, because they haven't nerfed any of the recipes. So if I go into, let's say, that takes Dawnstone. So Dawnstone's kind of the ingot that comes with this. But like the Combustion chamber? No. Which one is it? It's one of these that you need to start off with. I just need to find it. Where are you? Ember ball. So this, for starters, is just iron, caminite, mechanical core, which is iron and a bit of lead, and that's no problem. And then, then a lot of this stuff. So I'm really trying to find it, and I cannot for the life of me find what I'm looking for. Ember ejector, catalyst beam. I've made a lot of this stuff already for the quests. Ember injector, exchange, alchemy pedestal, ember activator. Okay, so this is kind of the start, which is literally just copper, iron, and a furnace. So a lot of this stuff is super simple to make, and yet it gives us some early ore doubling. Now, we kind of have ore doubling already through this, because I've upgraded the efficiency, so now we're at 168. It has a bronze casing. I made bronze casings, and if I come over here, what's really cool about this is... So the bronze combustion chamber runs off RF, so that's why I have this little thing powering away. Oops. So it's slowly getting fuel. It takes ages to fill with this survivalist generator. This is good. This is efficient. I get 13 minutes per charcoal, but it does take some time. But the good thing is I've still got my maximum heat units, plus it's running off power. So as soon as we get about a power source, this will be perfect. Oh, I've already got an ember activator. There we go. Yeah, I remember making this and looking at it and going, I have no idea how this works. Today, we will find out. And I put a bronze casing on here, but the bronze casing reduces the heat unit, so I'm leaving it iron for now. We'll figure out a better way to do this later. But, yes, so basically, everything to do with this Embers mod starts with these ember crystals. I'm getting some jitters today. Starts with these ember crystals and ember shards, which we have up here, which we can actually make. So the ember shards, we make 7 of them, 13 blaze powder and 2 crystal shards. It's quite expensive, I guess, and then we can use the ember shards to make the ember crystals. So the ember crystals are really what you want. But the other way we can make these is by using this ember bore. And basically what you do is you cook this ember in the fancy way that this mod does it. Keep cooking you down. You cook the ember. Just bear with me. I'm going to make some applesauce. You cook the ember with like the ember activator and stuff, which essentially gives you power. So ember is like a power source. It's kind of a steampunky, dwarven, magical power source, basically. And that allows you to ultimately make, if I can find it, which is what we want to get to, is cinder plinth. I think this is it. Anyway, so it's just some lead plates, caminite bricks, furnace, and silver. Totally doable right now. It gives us a cinder plinth, which is like a supercharged furnace. So you power it with ember, and effectively it can smelt. It can smelt 1 item every second. Whereas, you know, we know how slow this is. I'm going to set up some more stone brick. Pardon me, that was probably a horrendously gross noise. I am still sick. Can't shake it. Okay, so boop and boop. Yes, so you use ember to power this cinder plinth, which allows us to cook stuff super quick. And I'd love that because this uses heaps of charcoal and is just really slow. So one item per second would be amazing. So what we need to start off with is atmospheric gauge. So what this does is tells us how much of the chunk is taken up by ember. Okay, so the beautiful thing about this is it doesn't require you to mine anything from the ground, so we can set this up in our void world. Okay, but we do need to set it up down in bedrock level. So you can see that, you know, it's kind of jumping, you know, it's pretty much about halfway. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good indicator that we have a decent amount of ember. So we're going to start off by making this ender bore today, or ember bore. I watched a guy recently who was kind of taking me through how to use this mod, and he kept on calling it ender. So we need iron, caminite bricks, mechanical core. So we need light lead plate. Have we got lead? We don't have any lead. Okay, so we need lead. Lead ingots. Smoke. Let's just go and look up the lead. Make some lead. Yes, and it really annoyed me, and I've realised now it's very easy to do, so I apologise to... Oh, I've forgotten his name. Funshine. I apologise to Funshine for, you know, paying you out for always saying ender instead of ember. I've done it again. So, I can't find my alchemical dust. Lead alchemical dust. It's got to be around here, so there it is. So it is clay and blaze powder, right? We don't have any clay, but we've got some dirt and we've got some water, so that's easy enough to make. And we get my water thingy wing. So what I'm really excited about in this mod pack at the moment is the fact that we are really... Once we get this going, we can get some super smeltering going, we can get some ore doubling. So I actually think there's the possibility that we'll be able to take this, turn it into grit and blah, blah, blah. But we'll see. We'll see. At any rate, this mod looks cool when it's all put together. So that's what I'm most looking forward to. I'll set up like a little steampunky kind of area. What was it? That. Yeah, running low. So we'll take out the wheat and we'll go 6 of those. I need 12 of these. I think that's right. We'll see how much we get out of that. And while we're waiting on that, we'll get out our iron, because we need iron for this. Where are we? Ember bore. So the other thing about this mod is that everything is done, and we need 1 copper. Everything isn't done through a GUI in any way, shape or form. Everything's done just kind of in the world, which is a cool way to do it, I think. We need some caminite bricks. I'm fairly sure I made all of my caminite into plates. Is that right? I had some more clay. It looks like it. I made all my caminite into... hang on. No, I'm sure I've got some. I don't know where any of my stuff goes these days. Well, can't see any caminite there. Do need my tinker's hammer. No caminite there. Okay. This is confusing. I'll just run over here, see if I can find it. Need to fix this. Caminite? Nope. Man, we're getting some jitters. My computer's not happy today. Okay. Let's just... Caminite. Alright, so we've got to make some caminite, which means we need more water with this water extractor, because we need more clay, and then we need more sand. And caminite's not hard to make. It's just, I don't know of any way to automate clay at this point. If I could automate clay, I would do it. I really would. Actually, that's what I wanted to look into. Now that we have some power and stuff, could we make a crusher? Absolutely, we could make a crusher. A mob crusher. Gold gear, book, machine case, plastic. I need dry rubber. Which means I need industrial foregoing. Maybe not the mob crusher, but we could definitely make this crusher. Okay, brilliant. My goal for machinery, I really want to stick to immersive engineering and stone. Do I have any cobble? No. I really want to stick to things like immersive engineering and Embers, so they're like, I kind of see those as they're kind of the machines that look like machines. I've never been a fan of these machines that are just like a block. Whereas like, the immersive engineering ones are amazing. Like they're these huge machines and they make noise and they have moving parts. And that's what, I really like that. Okay. Gravel. Take the gravel. Yeah, so if we can make a crusher, we can automate the production of gravel and sand, which would be glorious. So, I think after we have been playing around with this Embers mod, our next port of call is going to be definitely to automate some of this manual labour stuff, because there's only so many episodes that you guys can watch me churning up gravel. Alright, so we've got the sand, we've got the clay. Take you away. So the sand goes there, and I believe that goes there. That will give us caminite blend, and all we need to do is smelt that. That'll give us caminite bricks. Unless I've got a heap in here, and I just missed it. Oh, there's my plate, though. There's the caminite plate. Alright, how are you doing? You need crystal shards. Well, you're not going to get any, so just deal with it, man. Just deal with it. Okay. We'll come back when these are smelted. It dawns on me that caminite is an incredibly expensive block to make. So, it takes 4 clay and 1 sand to make 1 awesome caminite blend. Each piece of caminite blend gives you 1 brick. Okay, and then 1 brick, 4 bricks gives you 1 block. And I need 6 blocks to make... I need 6 blocks, 6 brick blocks in order to make, I'm assuming 4 stairs, but it's a bit ridiculous. But we are finally making lead. I think we only need 1 for this, don't we? For this boar. Yeah, boar. Ember boar. Yeah, we need 1 lead plate, which we should be able to make on our little smashy table down here. Do we still have a hammer? Or did our hammer break? Oh no, there it is. We still have a hammer. Hopefully we can do this here. Bam, bam, bam. Beautiful. What else do we need? I think we need a compass. Which makes perfect sense. Compass, redstone and 4 iron. 1. Boop. Redstone and iron. Put that there. And lead in the middle. Iron in the corners. Make our mechanical core. So put you away, grab some more of you. I think we're just going to make enough. Just going to make enough for how many stairs? Oh, it makes 8 stairs. That's not terrible. Okay, have I got everything? I do. Bam, our ember bore. Right, we're going to go make a cobblestone platform right at the bottom of the world. Makes me nervous. I don't want to fall off the world. I haven't done that for a while. Yeah, you're good to keep going. You're good to keep going. Right. I could go down the stairs, you know. How's our steel? 8 steel, and got this. Brilliant. So let's go down to our squiddly farm, which is not... Oh, that's okay. And I mean, works perfectly. All right, so just need this out of my way, squid. Okay, I'll keep bringing this down. I don't know where the bottom of the world is. I can't remember. I think it's Y10. Is that right? So I need to bring this all the way down. Get a breather. Get a breather. I do not want to fall off the edge of the world. I'm pretty sure if I just make this at the bottom of the world, we should be good. But why 8 at the moment? Okay. Oh, keeps going. Oh my god, I thought I'd fallen off then. Woo! Okay, here we go. This is... There's the void. Alright. We are literally as low as we can get. Any lower and we're in the void. So let's just make ourselves a platform. Should have bought my builder's wand. That would have been a smart move. And I will make myself some ladders as well in order to get up and down here. Are you kidding me? Get dusted. Bloody guardian. We don't actually... I don't really think we need the squid farm that much anymore, so... we might just refine... Would you stop it with your nonsense? Go away. See ya. I'm just sitting here with all these squids and guardians and all that kind of shenanigans are falling down. Now, hopefully... I also need to build another mechanical thing. Can't remember what it's called. The thing that we put in the middle to make the ball. We need another one of those because they're a vital block in the making of this stuff. Okay. Not sure how big this is, but let's just see. If we put this down, the ember bore, boop, there it is. I believe it needs to be probably a couple of blocks up, but it might actually work from here as well. We put a little mechanical, what's it called? What's this thing? A mechanical core on the top of here. And as long as we feed it coal, it should make us it'll start making us ember. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too low, because I am at 4, which is pretty low. But anyway, alright. I'm going to go make another mechanical thing. I'll get back up here. I'll make a nicer way down. And we'll start getting us some ember. I was killed by a skeleton in the water. Now I have to try and deal with this monkey. Now I have to go down and get my stuff. Grumble, 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 grumble. Rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb. Right. I feel like I haven't been diligent enough in making sure this place is safe. Give me Beryl's sword. Come on, Beryl. You and me, girl. Oh, she ran away. Well, Beryl hasn't. Unless that was Beryl Skellington. I don't know. Whee! Oh. I've fallen off the world again. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. Let's do this. Ah, parkour! It's a dropper map. This has turned into a dropper map. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Watch, watch, watch. Oh, that actually worked. Okay, so... Aha. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess up we go again. Stupid thing. So, I've made everything a lot safer, a lot easier to get around. I've got ladders here, so I can just very quickly get down here. And I've crafted, I think, everything I need for now. Everything I need to start making ember. So I'm just going to get rid of this. And of course, my pickaxe. No, there we go. I just need to hit it in the middle. We're going to put this 2 blocks up. I'm pretty sure the idea is you're supposed to put it 2 blocks up from bedrock. We're not at bedrock, but... okay, so we'll just... I've got my axe. Yes. I have to take this away and then... There we go. So I'll put it here. So the idea, I think, is that you want these kind of grindy things to just be underneath whatever you're kind of mining. So usually they'd be in bedrock, but today they're going to be in here. So, oh, man. All right, so we have, where are we? Our mechanical core here. So I chuck that on top, all right? So what we need to do is this basically is what feeds the machine. I think I talked about earlier, there's no user interface, so I can't right-click any of these to find anything. You need to do everything just kind of manually. So what we're going to do, we've got item pipes and these item extractors. So what we want to do is into one side, we'll do this and an item extractor. And on this side, we'll do item extractor onto an item pipe. Oh, these need levers, don't they? Forgot about that. Anyway, so what we can do is we'll take a chest and we'll put a chest, I'll just get down, put a chest onto the end there. So we've got the item extractor and we're going to push it into this chest. So, a little goofy, but once we give this charcoal, this should start, and that should, the charcoal should pass through here into the machine. The machine uses it to dig up ember, and the ember goes into here. That's the plan. I don't even have any caminite on me. Okay, well, I'll go back and get a lever. All of the pipes require a lever to actually work. So they're not just automatic pipes. You need a lever, which is good and bad. It means obviously you have to make a lot of levers, but at the same time, it also means that you can, you know, it's very easy to switch on and off your machines. So I kind of see this mod, this Embers mod, as a little bit of a mishmash between something like Botania and immersive engineering. So it's like big machines, not a lot of graphical interfaces. So, you know, with a lot of the immersive engineering machines, you just kind of put stuff into them and they just kind of work. Whereas, you know, a lot of other ones like this, it's just a block, you right click, you do this and stuff happens. So I kind of like this. It's also pretty cool. So we can make these caminite levers just because they fit with the aesthetic a little bit more. I'll make a bunch of them. You can use regular levers, that's no problem. But these caminite levers, they just look a little bit cooler. They fit with the kind of steampunky vibe of the whole thing. Yeah, so it requires, I guess, a little bit more playing around and stuff, but and it's a little bit daunting when you first start. I've got the tablet, the runic tablet, I think it's called, that tells you what you need to know for this mod to work somewhere. But so if I put a caminite lever here and I'll put one here, and the cool thing is that obviously they change how they look. So I could do this, I'll do this. Aha! It's starting, and hopefully because it's rolling around like that, it is working, and we should start seeing some starting embers into this starting chest. We should start to see some embers flowing into this chest. Hopefully. I think I've done this right. I'm 99% sure I've done this right. I mean, it's going. It's definitely powered. Yes, there it is. Ember shard. Beautiful. We can use... So you get this mostly ember shards. There is a chance that you can get ember crystals as well. And ember crystals are kind of, they give you more energy, more ember, which is what you need for the mod to work. So we're going to leave this running. It's taken all of the charcoal. And it'll just keep doing this. And while this is running, because we'll need to get lots and lots of ember. Hey, you got my first ember crystal. While this is running, we'll set up a little area somewhere else to actually utilize these ember crystals. Haha! Hopefully by the end of this we can have just a basic little rudimentary ember setup going, which would be fantastic. Ooh, I'm excited. Alright. So, I've already taken out our 36 or 37 ember crystals. There's still a whole heap going, so this is working wonderfully. Very, very brilliantly indeed. And we are ready to actually start making ember with our crystals. So I've been working tirelessly. You can see as I climb up here, I've made a new platform just out of stone. Hopefully everything's working in it. it's been a bit of a hassle. So I needed lava blocks, so I've just melted down the blaze blocks like I normally would. But for what I need, there also needs to be a water source nearby, and I accidentally misclicked and made some obsidian. Thankfully, I learned a little bit of a trick about how to mine obsidian, and I can just use my Bane of Cobble pick to do that. So that's good. So let's just come up here, and hopefully we are ready to go, and I'll explain what we're about to do. We're just going to wait for this block to, this blaze powder block to do its thing and melt. And I'll explain this. So, the kind of starter thing in the Ember mod is this, which is the Ember activator. So literally you just have to put Ember in here, and it will, it'll do its thing. Like it'll, do I actually still have some pipes? I should have. Yes, item pipes, and I'll probably need some item extractors. Actually, I need to make more of those. You put Ember in here, and it'll just start making Ember. The thing is, it's not very efficient. And it does its job, but it's not that efficient. It's kind of the starter thing. But it's very, very easy just to go ahead and make the thing that we need, which is this pressure refinery, which looks pretty similar, which basically uses steam to extract more. So it's actually 3 times as efficient, so it will get a lot more Ember out of each Ember shard. So remember, Ember is kind of like the magical power or whatever that this mod uses. Put you back. I'll just quickly need to make, I think, another item extractor. Carbonite plate. I think we have everything. 1, 2. Pretty sure we should have everything we need. Item extractor? No, missing a carbonite plate. Have I still got a carbonite plate? I do. I made a heap. Made a whole heap of carbonite. Item extractor, thank you. I'll need one of you. And I think if this lava is done, still not done. Well, I'll tell you what, we can make... that reminds me, I'll need a fluid extractor. Which needs a fluid pipe. Cheap as chips. Beautiful. Where are we? We've got the hammer, and we've got iron. So, boop. Yeah. I made a flint and steel because... Actually, no, that's all I need. Take you back. But no, that actually took steel, so I don't want to throw that away. Because our heat source underneath there now is burning netherrack, which actually is a lot quicker at melting things. So that worked a treat. So we'll make a couple of you fluid pipes. I need to get rid of some of this stuff I have in my inventory. Isn't that always the way? What have we got here? I'll get rid of the flint and steel, stone pickaxe, don't need you. Clay, sticks, go down here. Carbonite blend, keep it here. Chisel, you go away. Bricks, don't need you anymore. This, you go away in there. What else? We don't need the water extractor. That should be good, I think. We need our Tinker's Hammer here. We need a pressure refinery, copper cell. An Ember activator could go in my machines chest. I think we have everything we need. We're pretty much just at the mercy of this last stupid block. And I've just realised it doesn't have a heat source, which is why it's not working. Is that right? Valid heat source. Yep. Boop. Out of here. Did I put it? I did put my flint and steel away. You think you're prepared, don't you? Man, I'm getting some jitters. It's still 60 frames a second. It confuses me. Feels really jittery. Alright, flint and steel. Thank you. Take away your button. Come on like this. And hopefully, now that this is lit, it should go fairly quickly. So, the setup here is... well, I'll tell you what. We'll set it up while we're waiting. So, we put our pressure refinery... We've made a block of copper, and we're going to surround it with lava, and we put you on top. So, the more efficient... this is more efficient depending on how many blocks, heated blocks are around it. So, I believe by putting this, what do you call it? The lava around the copper, it heats up the copper, which heats up this. This requires ember in one side, doesn't matter what side you put it in, and water in the other. So, hopefully, we should be able to grab our fluid pipe. I need more than the fluid pipe. I need a fluid extractor. Whoa, whoa. Framey. Fluid extractor. It's 2 redstone, and 1 carbonite. Or 1 of you. This is why this mod I think will be good for us early on, because need a fluid extractor, yes. Because everything's very cheap and we've got all of the stuff we need. So if we chuck a fluid extractor, hopefully we can go straight from this to the fluid to this. Yes, I think we can. We need a lever. What's sizzling? Who sizzle? Why sizzle? Okay. Oh, hang on. That's just updated the block. I'm going to go down here and see a whole heap of lava falling around the place, aren't I? Let's just have a look. Yes, this is no longer on fire. There's lava right here. Still says valid heat source, so I'll leave it. So obviously there's lava underneath it. Because the lava has updated. But we need our levers, which I thought I still had them. I do have them on me. Okay. So the carbonite lever. Okay, so we don't need this block to be running. So if we do that. Tank. Okay. So the water level has dropped. According to this, there's nothing in the tank. So if we get ourselves a chest, which of course I didn't bring in with me because I'm an idiot. What was I saying? You feel like you're so prepared sometimes. Chests. Where did I put the chests? Anywhere? Hello? I must have used them already. Okay. So, let's make a chest quickly. Don't need a huge one. Just a simple chest. We're just going to do this very basically to start off with. And then we'll obviously refine it as we go. Item extractor. Item extractor, place you in there. Give you a carbonite lever, flick you on. Fill you full of that. Beautiful. So the pipe has fluid in it, but this doesn't. And it's taken a... What have I done wrong here? It's got ember going into it. It's got water going into it. Let's just double check. It's machinations. No, that's not what I want. I want this one. And the pressure refinery. While the activator can refine it, it produces only a modest amount. Requires both water and ember to be pumped into it, resulting in a default 1.5 yield from the activator. However, if placed on a metal block with lava or fire around it, it can reach up to 3 times yields depending on how many hot blocks there are around the base. So, maybe it needs an... No, that doesn't make sense. The only thing I can think of is... Hang on. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I think I've solved this. As you can see, my fluid vessel is a lot lower, and if I hover over this, my tank, my pressure refinery tank actually has something in it. If I pick up my clay bucket, I will just put a little bit more water in. Yeah, this is the downside, is I can't actually access the water down here. Oh, yes, I can. No. Oh, that was almost... Okay. I don't think we'll need a huge amount of water in there. So now, this will be the ultimate test. The difference is, I don't think you can go and extract it straight into a machine. I think it needs to go through a pipe. Still. Oh, I'm an idiot. I mean, we knew this. We knew this. The item extractor goes into here, and then the pipe goes into the machine. Right, so hopefully if we put this on and we flick this... Yes! We are now creating ember. Look how cool that looks, alright? So this is burning through... we don't actually know. We don't actually know how much it's burning through, but it's currently burning all of those crystals. Those ember shards. And I've made this copper cell, so this is effectively a battery. Specifically for ember. If we put an ember receptor on top, And we put an ember emitter onto here. Now hopefully, if I right click here and right click there, I was under the impression that should just work. Unless I've put it in the wrong spot. Okay. So we take our ember emitter, we stick it on top. And this should... Unless it goes on top. Okay, unless this ember emitter sits on top of it and, like, captures it. Like this. I was so sure that this was about to work. Is there something I'm missing? I'm pretty sure I just needed an emitter. Fluid pipes, cinder plinth, ember lamp and beam splitter relay. I don't need any of that. It should just bloop into there. But apparently it's not. Is there something about this in the book, which I don't have on me at the moment? Yes, I do. There it is. Thought this was going to be so easy. Machinations, mechanical access, automatic record stacking, item transfer? No. Ember transfer. Ember emitters and ember. Simply place an emitter on an ember container. Place a receptor down on another ember container. Shift right click the receptor with your hammer and right click the emitter with the hammer. Power the emitter with redstone. Everything requires levers. And there it goes. Ha ha ha, how cool does that look? Especially at night. Alright, so now this copper cell is storing ember. That's fantastic. So the last thing we can do is actually, I'm pretty sure they're fairly easy to make. We can make a... Ooh, goggles. Cloak. Not what we're looking for. What do we want? We want an ember dial. Copper, paper. No, I can make paper out of rice. That's fine. Oh, look at that. That's going to look amazing when we have our full setup going. Rice. Rice, so I think it's 1, 2, 3 rice for 3 paper. Is that right? Yep, 3 rice, 3 paper. We'll go one of those. Pick up some iron. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the compass. Redstone, compass, paper, and then where's this dial? What else do I need? Copper. Look at that in the distance. That looks so cool. And then copper down the bottom. Let's give us an ember dial. Now what we can do is go and chuck this on the... I'm out of food. Go and chuck this on the copper cell, and it should tell us how much ember we are making. There we go. So it stores 24,000 ember, and we currently are making, what's that? 4,000 or 40 ember basically every, what's that? I guess every second. At least that's how much we're transferring. I can watch this for ages. It looks fantastic. Alright guys, that's our journey with ember. It's kind of been a bit hickety-pickety, but we finally got it going. So eventually we can put together our ember smelter, which uses this, so we can then transfer it from here and out again to power our ember smelter. And we'll be able to smelt 1 item a second. And this stuff is very, very cheap to make. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next episode of Modern Skyblock 2.